let's talk about a very interesting topic, very related with the RESTful APIs. This is about HATEOAS. Some people prefer to call this HATEOAS, but, well, I personally prefer to call this HATEOAS, but of course you can use whatever name that you prefer for this. The important thing here is the concept behind HATEOAS. Basically, with HATEOAS, we are going to provide a very useful way to navigate through our RESTful API without any kind of difficulties. We can imagine the HATEOAS like a way to add links with different sections of our RESTful API. Let's imagine our RESTful API as a web page when we have different sections, different resources, and we want to add different links between the resources and how they are related. Let's imagine specifically for our RESTful API, for example, that we have an instance of a buoyer. So we want to provide different links. The main link is going to the buoyer itself. It means a link to obtain the specific details about that specific buoyer. But we want to provide additional stuff, like for example, the categories where that buyer purchased something, or the transactions itself for that specific buyer. And we can do that directly with HATEOAS. We are going to provide different links that the client can use to access for that specific information. Normally, the HATEOAS are mainly prepared for machines or clients or computers or whatever name that you prefer, and not exactly for humans. So in that way, the clients, the machines that are consuming our RESTful API are going to be able to go through different sections or endpoints of our RESTful API easily following that links. The good news here is that it's going to be very simple to be implemented in our RESTful API using the transformations. Basically, what we have to do is to add a new array with every one of those links that we want to provide depending on the resource that we are going to use. Now, there exists an additional stuff for HATEOAS that is called content negotiation. The content negotiation basically provides to our RESTful API a way to receive what the client wants to obtain. For example, if our RESTful API returns XML, JSON, plain text, or any other formats, the client will need to provide us some way through content negotiation which format wants to use in the response. But in our case, we are just returning JSON responses always, so basically the content negotiation is not required in fact. The main thing that we are going to implement for HATEOAS is the links to navigate through our RESTful API and the endpoints very easy, and of course we are going to use the transformation. One very good signal here that our RESTful API is very good implemented is that there is a very simple way to use that and implement the HATEOAS in our RESTful API. You are going to see this along this section class by class, so let's see that in the next classes along this specific section. See you there.